Hi everyone, welcome to my channel International Storyteller. In this channel you will find true horror stories worldwide. These stories are for entertainment purposes only. In this video, I will tell you the story of the Japanese ghost girl called Sadako. This Japanese ghost haunted people using an unknown videotape. Her full name is Sadako Yamamuro. Sadako is the ghost girl from the Japanese horror movie The Ring. In this movie, the TV turns on by itself, showing the well at the end of the videotape. Sadako's vengeful spirit climbed up from the well, came out of the TV screen, and advanced toward the people watching the TV. The Sadako ghost appears as a woman dressed in white with long, black hair covering her face. According to the story, whoever watches the unknown haunted videotape will die after 1 week. You might be wondering how this unknown haunted videotape killed people. In order to know this, let us hear the real story of Sadako. Sadako was born on the Japanese island of Oshima in the early 1900s. The moment she was born, she had some special gifts known as psychic powers. She got this psychic power from her mother, who also had the same powers. Sadako's psychic ability was that she was able to project words and images onto film. However, her gifts put her in a lot of unfortunate situations. Her power was so strong that she could even burn something telekinetically. Because of this, many people feared her. They were afraid of what Sadako might do. Children didn't want to play with her. When Sadako was a young girl, she was very upset and depressed. She seldom spoke and never played with other children, spending all of her time alone. And so, she grew up very lonely and angry. Sadako's mother also had some psychic powers, and her name is Chizuko. Chizuko conducted several experiments with a psychic researcher named Dr. Fukurai. When Dr. Fukurai published the results of his experiments, he asked to hold a public demonstration. Other scientists who attended accused Chizuko of being a fraud and said she faked her psychic abilities. Sadako's mother was so upset by all the criticism that other scientists had made. At last, she committed suicide. Sadako was devastated by her mother's death. She then continued to live with her father on a remote island. As she grew older, she began to develop more powerful psychic powers. So her father brought her again to Dr. Fukurai in Tokyo. The doctor forced Sadako to participate in many experiments that involved using her mind to make words and images appear on the coil of videotape. Sadako produced a number of these videotapes, but nobody could explain how they were done. Dr. Fukurai wanted to publish another book, but remembering what had happened to her mother, Sadako refused. Sadako told Dr. Fukurai that she was going to leave Tokyo and would never return. Nobody knows for sure what happened to Sadako after that. A few months later, some people began to discover a mysterious unknown videotape with no name tag on it. They are eager to know what is inside that unknown videotape. While watching the videotape, they show the ghost of Sadako climbing up the well on the TV screen and approaching them. Some days later, those who watched the videotape on TV were all dead in terrible ways. This led to the conclusion that the unknown videotape was cursed by Sadako using her psychic power. People started to believe that Sadako did not leave Tokyo after her experiment with Dr. Fukurai. Dr. Fukurai knew that Sadako's psychic power is very strong and will be dangerous to other people. So he murdered Sadako, threw her body down a nearby well, and sealed it with large rocks to keep her hidden forever. However, Sadako was not really dead. When she woke up, she was trapped in the well and couldn't get out. She attempted to escape by climbing up the walls but failed every time, instead breaking off her nails and fingertips. The poor girl survived in the well for 7 days before she finally died with her heart full of hate. With her last breath, she vowed to take her revenge on the world. Sadako's rage and terror and the manner in which she died, combined with her psychic powers to create a terrible curse or grudge. This resulted in a series of inexplicable images being projected onto a mysterious unmarked videotape. Any person who watches the tape will be killed. Sadako appears in the videotape as a shadowy young woman dressed in a white gown. Her face was covered by long black hair. Sadako is seen climbing out of the TV screen and approaching the viewer. She will then claim her victim. They say that if you watch the video, you will die in 7 days. The only way to avoid the curse is to make a copy of the videotape and give it to somebody else. How she does that is still unclear. Some say it is because of a virus that is transferred from one victim to the next. Upon examining the corpses, all the victims seemed to be in shock, as if they had died out of fear.